Hello students. So in our session 1, that is that lesson number 3, prehistoric society. In our session 1 we have studied about 3 important periods and the criteria of division of those 3 important periods, right? I think it was like how was it divided? The prehistoric period was divided into history is divided into prehistoric period, protohistoric period and historic period. On basis of what criteria? On the basis of written or script we have divided that, and later in that prehistoric period we studied 3 ages. What were those 3 ages? They were Paleolithic age, and then Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. Now with the continuation of that we are going to study metal age. See, in the Neolithic age we had studied that human beings, they started cultivating crops at the banks of river and started staying in one place instead of keeping on roaming, and they used to use those stone weapons. But at the end of this Neolithic age the human beings started using metal weapons, and that is why then comes with the metal age. The use of metals began by the end of Neolithic period. So until when it was about to end, that is the end of the Neolithic period, human beings started using metal weapons. Next, the first metal that human being used was copper. Which was the first metal used by the human being? It is copper. It was the first metal human beings started using. Then the people of the metal age learnt producing bronze by mixing tin and copper. See, then the people of this age, metal age, what they did? They learnt to produce bronze. How did they started producing bronze? By mixing tin and copper together, they started the production of bronze. And then bronze is an alloy and is harder than copper. Obviously bronze, what it is? It is an alloy. And what is its nature or what is its characteristic? Bronze, it is harder than the copper. This is what we are supposed to study about this metal age. What it is given? Metal age. The use of metals began by the end of Neolithic period. The first metal that the human beings used was copper. As discussed earlier, metal weapons or use of metal began at the end of Neolithic period, and the first metal used was bronze. Then the people of metal age learned producing bronze by mixing tin and copper. They started producing bronze by mixing of tin and copper. Bronze is an alloy and it is harder than copper. We studied that. Obviously bronze, it is an alloy formed by or produced by mixing tin and copper, and it is harder than copper. Next we shall move with this copper and bronze stone age. Which stone age it is? Copper and bronze stone age. As the quantity of copper and bronze tools was very low, means the quantity of this copper and bronze tools were very less in number, was very low. For that reason stone weapons were continued to be used along with them. That is, along with copper and bronze tools, what were used? Stone weapons were used. Why stone weapons were used along with these copper and bronze tool? Because the quantity of copper and bronze tool was very less, and that is why stone weapons were still continued to use along with them. Therefore this period is called as copper and bronze stone age. The basic reason is because stone weapons continued to be in use along with copper and bronze tool, that is why it is called as copper and bronze stone age. Then what happened? Agriculture and cattle rearing were the prime occupations. So what were the important occupations or basic occupations of this age, that is of copper and bronze stone age? That is agriculture and cattle rearing were their prime occupations. Then later what happens is, let us study. As the quantity of copper and bronze tools was very low, stone weapons were continued to be used along with them. Therefore, this period is called as Copper and Bronze Stone Age. This age began about 5,000 years ago. When did this age begin? About 5,000 years ago itself, this Bronze and Copper Stone Age began. Agriculture and cattle rearing were the prime occupations. As I explained before, agriculture and cattle rearing were their prime occupations. Designed pots manufactured by using wheels belonged to this age. See, as they have already discovered wheel, making of pots had become easy. So now designed pots were become, manufacturing of these designed pots by using wheels belonged to this Copper and Bronze Stone Age. Copper implements and jewelry have been found. Copper implements and the jewelry made by the copper is being found during this age. Bronze implements were helpful for deep cultivation of land and for the conversion of forest land into cultivated land. Means bronze tools, they were used to for what? For helpful for deep cultivation, means digging the earth deeply and for deep cultivation. And also these copper tools, they were used to remove the forest area and increase the cultivation area, or for increasing the land of cultivation. As a result, there was a rise in the production of food grains. See, as the forest area was removed and cultivated land was increasing, the production of crops had also increased. The production of food has also increased, or food grains has also increased. By transporting excess food grain to needy places around, the trade started. As the cultivation land increased, the production of food grains increased. As a result, those crops which were remained extra, which were stored, that was passed to the needy people and hence transported to the needy people, and hence what started? And hence trade started from that time. Consequently, in the valleys of river Sindhu and its tributary, a great culture like Harappa civilization could arise. Meanwhile, when this cultivation and trade was going on, at the same time at the river or in the valleys of river Sindhu and its tributary, what we could see? A grand culture, a great culture of Harappa civilization could be found. It was starting, it was arising. Historians identify it as the first urbanization ever happened. As Harappan civilization started, historians thought that it was the first urbanization. It has started from there. In South India, the use of bronze was less when compared to the use of copper. See, in the parts of South India, what happened? Use of bronze was much more less than compared to the use of copper. The evidences of copper and bronze stone age have been found. See, few of the evidences, few of the proofs of bronze and copper usage in this period, that is copper and bronze stone age. It has few proofs. In which places? In the places like Haluru, Banahalli, Brahmagiri, and in other places of Karnataka. Next comes with iron stone age. Obviously we know that iron is a hard metal. In South India, it was in use as early as some 3,500 years ago. See, in South India, since when iron is used? Along as early as what age? 3,500 years ago. Since that time only, iron is used in the part of South India. This is called as the period of Grand Stone Culture. Since then, it is called as the period of Grand Stone Culture. Iron is a hard metal. This was in use in South India long before copper, means before the use of copper itself, people had started using iron. In South India, it was in use as early as some 3500 years ago. Was used early, that means 3500 years ago itself, iron was being started used by human beings. This is called as the period of grindstone culture. Next, in the terms of grindstone culture, stone circle was constructed around the chamber where dead body is kept. See, what happened is, in this grindstone culture where the dead body was buried, where the dead body was kept, they started constructing a stone circle, means keeping wherever the dead body was kept, like this, surrounding the dead body they started keeping those stones. Red and black colored pots were commonly placed in such chambers. What kind of pots were placed? Usually red colored pots or black colored pots were commonly kept in such places. In Karnataka, common people call it as hut or house of Pandavas, stone of Mauryas. See, for such place, here the common people of Karnataka, what they call it either a hut or they call it as a house of Pandavas or stone of Mauryas. Iron weapons and implements were helpful in agriculture and handicraft. See, as iron metals or iron weapons, they are more harder and stronger, they were used in agriculture and also helpful in handicraft. As the use of iron increased in South India, agrarian activities geared up. Thus, there was surplus yield. See, what happened in the northern part of India, the iron metal was used in a very bulk quantity, and as a result what happened, the agrarian activities geared up, thus there was a surplus yield, means at once huge amount of land was cultivated, as a result the yield we were getting was more and more. Some 2600 years ago, the class which controlled surplus yield emerged as ruling class. See, what happened from then is, the class which was getting more and more yield, they were called as what? They started calling themselves as ruling class. They were the republic states, means those ruling classes, they together they became the republic states. Thereafter, Nanda, Maurya empires became prominent. From then, when they started getting more yields, they became ruling class and then republic state. These Nanda empire and Maurya empire, they became prominent. Important sites in Karnataka, means some of the important places in Karnataka that belong to Iron Age are Banahalli, ಹಿರೇಬೆನಕಲ್ಲು, ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಗಿರಿ, ಕೊಪ್ಪ, ಹೆಗ್ಗದಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಟಿ ನರಸೀಪುರ, ಹೆಮ್ಮಿಗೆ, ಹಾಲೂರು, ಜಡಿಗೇನಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಸವನದುರ್ಗ, ಹುತ್ರಿದುರ್ಗ, ಪಾಂಡವರ, Dine, etc. These are few of the places in Karnataka where Iron Age is noticed more. And then they have given some note, that is, there are different types in tombs of Grand Stone Age. Some different types of tombs are present during this Grand Stone Age. Among them are stone circle, menhir, dolmen, carrying and urn. So, students, we studied about prehistoric society. In that, we have studied about different periods, origin and development of human beings, and then types of different ages of prehistoric period, and then the metal age, copper and bronze, stone age, and then iron age. This is how the history has been evolved. So I hope students you all have followed the lesson. Stay safe and eat healthy and keep studying. Thank you.